Hello and good evening, sports fans, wherever you may be. Welcome to the first episode ever of DWD and TFR. We are so excited to be doing this. Leslie, I'm so giddy. What about you? Are you excited about doing this, or is this
This
like
is
the
this
bane
is
of your existence?
exactly such a perfect fit. Honestly, I know you and I just get along spectacularly anyway, but I think this is just such a good fit, and we're gonna have so much fun continuing this on for the foreseeable future.
100%. I am so excited. And for those people that are going to end up jumping on, we are so excited to have you on. Leslie, why don't you just tell people your history, your background, and things, and then I'll do the same, and we can kind of roll it from there.
Yeah, of course you're gonna make me go first, Bill. That's awesome.
Well,
Uh,
ladies first. What do you want me to do?
let's see. In a Red Sox perspective, I've been a fan since I was 3. I got taken to a game by a family friend. Who lived in New England and, specifically down there on the Cape in the summers and took me to a game. It was kind of that uh, fever pitch sort of scenario, like they're going to break your heart kid kind of thing.
Uh,
Just so you can probably just see it all over my face. Like, this is the most fun I've ever had doing anything. What do you mean? And I just never stopped loving them. Even in 86, I got to, like, I was still a kid, right? My parents woke me up uh, for that series, thinking that it was gonna come out in our favor, and of course it didn't, and I was heartbroken. And I ended up calling this person, like bawling my little eyes out, like this isn't fair. Why would you anybody like want to be part of this? And um, I just never gave up on him, and it wasn't until obviously 2004 that I had that happiest moment of my life kind of scenario.
yep.
I've definitely been a Sox fan for as long as I can remember, and it's just such a fun sport. I love baseball in general. Like even after the Sox um, were sadly booted out of the playoffs, um, I watched every game I could, and I just love baseball so much. And I know that's weird as being a Sox fan and living in the Midwest, but I did spend all of my summers in New England as a kid, and I try to spend as much time there as I can now. So.
And it's funny because you and I have talked. We've been to New England a couple of times. Amber and I have been to New England a couple of times, and you always joke with us and give us a hard time about things that we do, like, i.e., we drive from New York City to Boston on a Friday in the summertime when everybody and their grandmother is going to the Cape, and it's all kinds of just batty, stupid, and yet we thought this was a good idea. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
we
I mean,
figured it
at
all
least
out.
you're not like trying to actively drive to the Cape. I mean, Cape traffic is in and of itself like just a horrible idea.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but completely worth it once you're there. It's just the sometimes 4 hours of getting there. Um, by car, you Cape Air people are different, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So most of you know me. By the way, everybody, the background's going to be a little different. This is our first show, so the background will be different. It will show DWD and TFR. I just didn't have enough time to update it today. We apologize. But as many of you know, I am a diehard Dodger fan, as Leslie is a Red Sox fan. Top Fan Rivalry has been in existence for about 5 years. Took a
Mhm.
little hiatus in 2020 while I had a minor medical issue. For those of you that know, then you know. And so took a little hiatus then, and we just kind of been playing forward. I got the blessed opportunity to interview Leslie about a year ago, and just have thought the world of her since she came out. Her and Amber and I hung out. Um, we hung out during a baseball game, a Red Sox game. By the way, if you ever want good family fun, hang out with Leslie. When she's watching a Red Sox game in person, it gets all kinds of fun. Um, so yeah, so we
Filter
we
goes
just
away.
thought we would collab on this. So we're gonna do this every other Wednesday, and it's gonna be kind of a unique situation. So we're gonna have guests on throughout. So with Top Fan, we don't typically have a lot of professional athletes on unless we do digital dugouts. And if you know what those are, you know what those are. If you don't, you don't. But on this show, we'll have professional athletes, former professional athletes. We'll have all kinds of fun stuff. Some nights you might just have Leslie and I. Some nights you might have Leslie and I and a couple other fans. Who knows? But it's just going to be a hodgepodge of everything. And so it's going to be East Coast, West Coast is going to be awesome. Right?
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot
So,
of fun for sure.
so Leslie, I got it. Let's just give some people a taste of what we got. So I don't know, some favorite Boston Red Sox memories, I guess, that you have, maybe some funny memories, some good memories, whatever. I got plenty of this stuff. And by the way, anybody that wants to put comments in the comment section, we will make sure that we put them up on the screen and we will answer any one of them. Feel free. All right. Go ahead, Les.
Favorite Red Sox moment in person that I was at. Had the very amazing experience of being at Game 7 in '04 in New York, and I'm not sure, aside from witnessing a World Series win in person, that's going to be topped. I mean,
Here we go. Right away, Les. I just looked at the comments and Kaz is like, ouch, here we go, 2004. Even before you said anything. Kaz has been on the podcast before. Congratulations. All right.
Sorry, just what it is, pal. Yeah, I mean, just it was a very like once in a lifetime experience, obviously. I mean, just the game in and of itself, but just the opportunity to go to a playoff game that was that do or die. But being able to sit in old Yankee Stadium, just it was honestly one of the happiest moments of my life. So that is by far my favorite Red Sox memory. I mean, there's been good, there's been bad. I can't really think of a funny one necessarily that I was at. I mean, there was, I mean, okay, so there was funny this year. I took my niece Addison to her first Red Sox game, and she's a huge Jerry Duran fan who happened to not be playing that particular game. So in an effort to make things the most fun I could for her, I happen to know Tessie, the mascot for the Red Sox. And I texted her and was like, hey, are you here? Can you come up and, say happy birthday to Addie? So she came up and the whole section sang happy birthday to her. She was highly embarrassed. It was wonderful. That's my job as Auntie Les. So
that's
that. And then Jaron Duran came in to like pinch hit and hit a home run, and I have the video of it, and it took me about 17 times watching it to understand the high pitched squealing of exactly what that was. So that was hilarious. I said it to her mom. I was like, I don't know what she's saying, but I've never seen a child so happy in my life. And so it was like you're just laughing and so happy that she's happy. And what a way to spend your first game at Fenway. See your favorite player hit a home run. So it's super fun.
Listen, I do the same thing you do as an uncle. I do my very best to embarrass my nieces and nephews. That's part of my role in life. I wake up and I get excited about that. Like I've done things at weddings, for example. I've sat down with my nephew's girlfriend and would ask her a bunch of questions and say, oh,
yeah,
are you sure you two are dating? Like, I mean, of course, embarrassing stuff. That's what Uncle Bill does, right? That's what you got to do.
She deserved to get embarrassed a little bit because she made me a little misty. There was some dust floating around Fenway because we were standing up. She was taking pictures because I could get in early with my tickets. And she looked back at me and she said something like, this is better than I ever thought it could be, or something like that. And I was like, oh.
You're like, you
so
are related to me.
She'll text me every now and then. She's still in high school. So I get this text the other day when I was in Salem, and it was, I now know what's wrong with my so-and-so teacher, Yankee fan. And I was like, I'm so proud right now.
Okay. Kaz is going over here going, oh, I heard that. Oh, let's. I got to tell you, I have seen so many over the years funny baseball moments. I'm not going to, I totally have seen so many bloopers and just funny things that have happened actually live. I don't know why it is, but I always seem to see something that is just slightly off cue. And some of the stuff.
I mean, I saw it with you, Bill. I mean, we had Walker Buehler walk how many people in that one game against the Angels?
Well, what was funny part was you sitting there screaming at him like he could hear you, but that's another topic for another time, right? And so that game too is something had happened, and you were getting a bunch of text messages. Alex Cora comes out and gets tossed, but
Yes.
and it was funny because I'm sitting there watching live. I'm listening to you give me kind of play by play from somebody that's like texting you what the TV is saying about it. And I'm thinking, this is the best thing ever. I get the TV version of it, a la Leslie, and I get the real version right in front of me. This is awesome. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was a very odd game just in general.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
James
It was.
comes out and like pitches maybe 3 pitches and gets injured, and it was just a wild game.
Well, and the Angels gave you like 3 runs in the first inning or something ridiculous like that. And then Walker said, okay, hold my Gatorade. I want to give this back to you guys. I feel bad. I don't want you guys to like have too much to worry about tonight. Let me just give this right back to you.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that was comedy hour at its
Kept on
best.
giving. Kept on giving the whole night.
Yeah. It's like the Jelly of the Month Club from Clark W. Griswold, right?
Yeah.
I'm the gift that just keeps on giving.
All year long. Yes, exactly. That was exactly what that was.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so all right, so the next thing that I got to tell you that's funny. So this, gosh, I've seen so many cool Dodger moments live, and I've seen so many great. For everybody that knows, I actually live closer to Angel Stadium than I do Dodger Stadium, and because of proximity of where I grew up, I went to a lot of Angel games, a lot of Angel games. Dodger Stadium is not easy to get to, just so that you know. It's not. Leslie, have you ever been to Dodger Stadium?
Hmm.
Okay, that needs to be on the bucket list when they come out. Mike says hi. Mikey says hi. Hello, Mikey. And so, so I'm at Dodger Stadium one time, and we're gifted these incredible seats. We are literally in the second row behind home plate. I look to my left, and Tommy Lasorda has seats behind us. That's how good these seats are, right? And so the Dodgers weren't very good at that point, and they were playing the Rockies, who weren't very good. But when were the Rockies ever good, right? So for some oddball reason, and I don't know why this is the case, but for some oddball reason, Matt Kemp just had a wild hair or something like that, and he struck out. And the ball kind of bounced, and the catcher put the ball in his glove just like this, like normal, and went to go tag Matt. Well, Matt kind of moved, and the glove hit Matt like this. And the catcher was just trying to tag him on the chest, but the way Matt moved, it kind of hit him in the chest. So Matt pushes him, and I look over at Tommy. Now the benches are going to clear, and I look over at Tommy, and Tommy's like this. I'm thinking, he done gone and he's right. That guy right over there. Because I mean, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty fun. The other one, and Amber won't appreciate, just keep this one between you and I. And she swears to this day that she has not said this. She has sweared to this day that she did not say this. I have a pretty good memory, Leslie. I think she did. We're coming home from our honeymoon. Mike Piazza is on a hitting streak, who's Tommy's godson. So Tommy's going up an escalator at John Wayne Airport, right? I'm sorry, at LAX Airport. We're coming down with our friends. This is pre 9/11. So our friends met us at the gate. And I see down at the bottom of the escalator, I said, oh, it's Tommy. And so I don't know how much Amber knows right at this point. She's newly married to me. She doesn't realize how crazy her life's going to be with sports. I say, do you know who that is? And as Tommy's passing us, as Tommy's passing us, she says, she's giving away the joke here, but she literally says to me, that's the Pasta Slim Fast guy. As Tommy's passing us, Leslie, and I'm like, oh, I look over at Tommy, and Tommy kind of looks at me, and he starts laughing. Now Amber is saying, I only knew him as the Slim Fast guy. I swear she said the Pasta Slim Fast guy, but what do I know, right? So just saying. Amber saying no pasta, no pasta.
No pasta. I love your wife, so I might side with her on this one.
What is this? Like 2 against 1 here? What are you sticking with the sisters or what?
Yeah.
I see how this show's going to go.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have to get my friend Mikey. I'm gonna have to get a few
She
other
picked
people.
me up
Just
from the airport, so I gotta stick with. No, I'm just kidding.
I had another funny one. It actually had to do with Tommy Lasorda and Steve Sachs. Okay, I'm giving you all these so that you can remember some funny stuff that you did or you saw or heard. My buddy used to write a blog, and he invited us in. The Dodgers invited him to invite three people, him and three people, into a suite, and it said, "Oh, you're going to have celebrities, whatever." Frank McCourt owned the team at the time, and Frank came in and he says, "Okay, guys, I will literally, I will bring in celebrities. I will, Mikey. There you go, Mikey. He says, I literally will bring in whoever, but everything that you hear or ask or whatever, any questions, it will never end up in your blog. If it ends up in your blog this year, we'll never do this again." So Tommy Lasorda comes in and he's asking questions. And if you ever met Tommy, Tommy is like the comedian. He just loves being the comedian, right? Um, at least every time that I saw him, he was being a comedian. So he's sitting there, and at the end of it, everybody's done with their questions. He goes, "Does anybody else have any questions?" I raised my hand and I said, "Which one was better for you, 81 or 88?" And he says, 88, because I had a bunch of stupid people on that team. And I said, "Oh." And everybody starts laughing, right? Everybody starts laughing. And I said, "Okay." And he goes, "Let me tell you what I mean." He goes, "Steve Sachs came back in 88, all bulked up, ready to hit home runs. And he says, I told him, you're my leadoff hitter. You will get on base. I don't need you to hit home runs." And so they're in the batting cage one day, and Kenny Landreau, who was on the 81 team, is standing next to Tommy behind the batting cage. And Tommy said, "Steve, I want you, or Saxy, I want you to figure out how you want to hit. And I want you to come to me tomorrow with a plan."
Yeah.
Okay, got it, Skip. And the next day he comes up, and Kenny Landreau standing right there too, and he says, um, he's Jen says, "Go Dodgers." He says, "Saxy, how do you want to do this?" And he says, "Real simple." He goes, 50% of the time I want to hit it to left field, 50% of the time I want to hit it to right field, 20% of the time I want to hit it to center. Tommy says he scratched his head and looked at Landreau and says, "Does this make sense to you?" And Landreau says, "Oh, yeah, makes total sense to me, Skip." Years later, Tommy has died. They're doing a kind of a fun thing in Fullerton where he lived at a museum. And I tell Steve Sachs this thing, and he laughs and he goes, "Never happened. Tommy used to love to do that with everybody." I'm like, all right, well, whatever. So he used to do a ton of Slim Fast commercials. So I knew him as what he repped. Got it.
Got it, Amber. I agree with you.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are kind of fun Dodger stories. You've met a bunch of Red Sox. Haven't you had any funny stories like that? Anything that
Uh,
you just shook your head and was like, "I can't believe I just heard that."
well, I have funny what I did because so I just met Lenny DiNardo this last January when I went down to fantasy camp to hang out with a bunch of the fans, and then I know a couple of the players. And so I had never met Lenny before, and I'm in the clubhouse eating lunch um, with someone else, and like I get up and I'm talking to him, and all of a sudden, like I'm holding this cup of ice because I'd had like flavored carbonated water or something. I don't. It was water of some sort, and I'm talking, and it's like really condensated, just sweaty mess, and it slips out of my hands. Freaking ice goes all over the floor, and I was like, "Yeah, that's on par. That's totally me. That's exactly what I'm going to do when I meet like, because he came over because we engaged on like Instagram and Twitter and whatnot because just Red Sox in general, and like I meet him and ice just goes everywhere. He's like, "It's water. It's fine. Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Thanks, Coach. I am a little worried, but thanks, Coach.
Awesome. I mean, that's totally a me thing. And the person I was like eating with is like dying laughing. I'm like, "Well, that's just me. That's exactly what's going to happen."
They pulled out like their Bill Engvall card. "Here's your sign, Leslie."
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. I mean, just totally exactly what I would do. Um, trying to think what else. I mean, I don't want to. I'm a little weird in like telling the stories of like people I'm friends with.
Yeah.
Uh,
So don't tell stories that people you're friends with that will embarrass anybody.
Yeah. Well, no, I just like, I'm trying to think of any other good ones that was really just hilarious. I can't think of anything that's like super, super funny that happened. Um, it's always fun to see your friends when you like go to the ballpark though. Anytime you get to say, see them and say hi. And I did get to meet Alan Embry at camp as well, which was fun for me because being at game 7, it's not often you could be like, thank you so much for making my entire life in like just a few pitches. And he goes, wait, were you there or something? Yes, I was. And he was like, oh, that's pretty cool and whatnot. And so that was fun.
Yes, I was.
Yes, I was. The tears streaming down my face in like the middle of Yankee Stadium was more than enough. But
So let me ask you a couple of questions because this is just going to be fun, and you're welcome to turn this on me too and ask me this. Okay, 2004, right? Let me set the stage. You guys are struggling, and there's a very good chance that you are not going to. It's going to happen another 2003, right?
mhm.
And this little guy comes in to pinch run named Dave Roberts. When you heard that he was running, what were your first thoughts?
I mean, just it's hard to even describe for people that haven't watched it or, didn't watch it live because you were so on edge anyway. Like everything is do or die at that point. And you just had this like underlying hope for whatever reason. And I know I've told you this story, Bill, but my
Yes.
brother and I were drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade because it's what we had in the house. And like once you started, you just had to go with it. And that's, they're not terrible. I still do it during playoffs now because of what happened. And back then, if you twist off the cap, they had words in the cap. And I am not even joking because they're framed in my parents' house still with the copy of the Boston Globe from when they won it. It was like miracle, unbelievable, believe, like all of these uplifting. And I'm like, what in the world? But it didn't start until game 4.
Okay.
And so that was like, oh, okay. So in my head, like this is still because we both got them, and I'm like, what kind of uplifting crap is this? Like we're probably losing this game. And so just had this underlying like hope. I mean, the fact that Kevin Millar had such a great at bat, and then Billy Miller's at bat, but when Dave Roberts was going, you're just like almost paralyzed watching it. And I literally remember exactly where I was in my parents' house, just watching it going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is going to happen. And then he tried to give me a stroke, I think the next night doing the exact same thing. And I'm just like, but the second he got to second base, you kind of had that
feeling
breath of, okay.
You know when I knew that that's something powerful. So again, everybody, like people that reach out to me, by the way, Jen, who's on here, is probably loving saying that you started drinking, Mike's Hard Lemonade or whatever, because that's exactly what she would do when I'm sure when we had one out in the 9th inning and we're down by a run before Miggy Rowe hits the home run, I'm sure anything that, was accessible to her. And I'm not saying anything that she wouldn't say herself. So
you gotta do what you gotta do, Bill. I mean,
you got to do what you got to do. Like I would have pulled out the Mountain Dew. Like, let's go for the hard stuff. I'm going for the Mountain Dew, the caffeinated stuff. Right. So
I can't do that. I had to keep my heart levels down. Like I have pills that like lower my heart rate just so for that reason. But yeah.
So when I saw Jorge Posada lift up his mask like he normally did, and just that look that he had on his face when Dave Roberts had beat it out, I thought, okay, the tide has just changed. I hate to say this, but I think the tide just changed.
Well, Billy Miller's great at bat against Mo. Also, I mean, like every little thing. And I know this has been said in 19,000 documentaries that have been made about this particular series because it is truly one of the greatest series. I'm sorry to everybody that hates hearing about 04, but it really was. Everything that would typically go wrong for the Red Sox in that particular like last 4 games went right. Calls that would have always gone the other way went our way. I mean, every little thing, especially the A-Rod glove slap with Bronson Arroyo. I mean, like any other time, that's, you know, go on. I mean, that changed the whole direction of this series as well. So yeah, I mean, it was just every little thing what happened, and everybody did their job in a very, you know, Bill Belichick-y Patriots way. Everybody did their job to get that done. Also a huge Boston sports fan in general, guys. So sorry if you don't know that.
It won't be just baseball that we talk here. Trust me, we'll have a good time.
But yeah, so I mean, everything just happened exactly how it needed to in 04. And I think that's why it's always going to be my favorite, is for that reason.
100%, 100%. And when Dave started, and everybody in the ballpark knew that he was going to go. Everybody knew he was going to. Everybody in the country that was watching the game knew he was going to run. And so it was just a matter of when he could time Mo and what Posada's throw looked like. I mean, because Derek Jeter, as much as a Red Sox fan, as much as you may not love Derek Jeter is one of the best at catching tags. So if the ball is anywhere vicinity-wise, he's going to get it and make that tag.
1,000%. I mean, yeah, Derek Jeter was the best at that position, honestly. So there's just no chance that wasn't going to happen. But like I said, it was just perfect, like everything. And then when they did it the next night, I really thought, oh my God, you can't do this twice. Like, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, it was so good. So, but Dave Roberts, to your point, because I know this is what you want me to say, Dave Roberts, till the day I die, because he did that. Like, till the day I die. People go, oh, you can't possibly like the Dodgers. And I was like, it's not about the Dodgers, it's about Dave Roberts.
It's about Dave Roberts.
I don't understand. If you don't get that, then I don't know what to tell you.
If you don't understand the Dave Roberts, and by the way, everybody, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. Leslie and I have talked plenty online. We talked plenty offline, and she is a Dave Roberts fan. So she was pulling, for Dave Roberts in certain scenarios and other scenarios. Leslie, I never really asked who you were pulling for the World Series. Was it Dave Roberts and the Dodgers, or? I mean, here the Blue Jays are in your division, so.
Yeah, I know. So here's the thing with that. Like, I didn't really have a horse in the race. Like, it was very much, and I'm not going to get the year right, when the Nationals
19.
Yeah, because Mad Max, I'm so happy he got one. Because I am like the whole series, right? Just sitting in my living room going, yeah, I don't really care who wins. Like, this is just a fun series. This is great. And then it gets to that point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have Max win. This is crazy. You got to just go for this and whatever. And so I was sitting in Boston. I was in Boston for that Game 7 of the World Series. And we were watching it at Johnny's. And it was, I'm just going back and forth like, oh my gosh, I don't really know who I want to win this. I mean, deep down, you have that as a Sox fan, you don't want to go against Dave Roberts, but also it's been 32 years since the Jays have been there. And so I have a bunch of friends that are Jays fans, and either way it worked out, I was going to be happy. Honestly, I wasn't going to be disappointed either way. But I understand people definitely not wanting the Dodgers at this point in the new evil empire, according to some. I'm like, no, that's Larry Lucchino. You can't say that. That's Larry Lucchino's thing about the Yankees. But yeah, I didn't really care. I didn't care either way. I was happy, obviously, for Dave Roberts and Mookie. Always going to be happy for those two.
Yes, Jen, we can see your messages. Okay, so the next question, I guess, that I would ask you on this front is, how do I say this? Yeah, you already addressed the evil empire, but does it bother you? I mean, so let me preface this by saying this.
Okay.
I talked to plenty of people who will say Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, right? Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox. Yes, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, right? And they know that They know that those are big market teams that people want to go there because of the history or whatever, right? Does it bother you what the Dodgers are doing? Are you kind of in that boat that you're like, you know what? Everybody has the opportunity for it. Go for it, guys. Just do whatever you're going to do.
I'm not, and I think I might be in sort of the minority on this one. I'm not mad that the Dodgers do what they do and spend how they spend. I think a
Mhm.
lot of people are mad, and maybe don't say it this way, but I think we're mad that sometimes our team doesn't go out and just do what they do, right? Like I mean, I was so happy the Red Sox went to the playoffs this year because I honestly thought if we don't go to the playoffs, Mr. Henry is never spending another dime. Like this, because he did
That's
spend
it. He's not
last
spending any more money. He's out.
You know what I mean? Like it felt like for so long, for so many years, he wasn't spending, and then he
Uh-huh.
did spend. And if you watch this series as a Red Sox fan, it was very much a roller coaster. You didn't know what was necessarily going to happen because they were good, and then they weren't, and then they were good, and then they weren't. And luckily, we did go. I mean, we made it to the playoffs, and as
Right.
much as a Sox fan, you kept saying to yourself, "Oh, we just need to make it there, and it'll be fine." And we just hadn't been in so long, right? We were totally lying to ourselves because there wasn't a second you're watching any of the wild card going, oh my God, we're not going to lose to the Yankees, especially after that first game, right? Like we were so excited. Um, but no, I think that for me anyway, it's very much, I just wish sometimes that we would go out and spend
Mhm.
like that. Like to come up with that idea that they did with Shohei specifically to defer that money and get that number that was absolutely insane. But they got Shohei Ohtani. So, good
More,
for
more power, right?
Good
More
for them.
power.
I do get a little frustrated when we make deals that give us pictures that whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
Deals of pitchers that maybe past their prime or you don't need anymore.
or just are a disaster from their first start with the Red Sox. I mean, whatever, it's fine.
Exactly.
But already I'm seeing, Craig make a lot of moves. Brez is making moves already. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm super excited for the upcoming season. And I think everybody has their rebuilding years, and hopefully that was it. And we can kind of just move onwards and
100%. So for those just joining us real quick, this is a new show that Dirty Water Dispatch and Top Fan Rivalry are doing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen every other Monday. I'm sorry, every other Wednesday. I don't even know my days anymore. Every other Wednesday, this show is going to happen right here with Leslie and I. We'll have guests on. We'll have different people coming in. This is just our inaugural show. Run about an hour, depending on who our guests are. We might run a little longer. Sometimes it'll be fans just like the two of us. Sometimes it'll be former professional athletes. It might even be a current professional athlete. Who knows? It just depends on who we have as our guests. So super excited to have this going. I just want to let everybody know who's maybe just be joining. I'm seeing some of the comments, some of our friends, some of the people that you've actually been on podcasts before, Leslie with Top Fan Rivalry, and so I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm excited possibly to get them on this show. It's going to be
Oh, for
absolutely
sure.
that's going to be absolutely fun. I sent Alex Cora left me a voicemail today. I saw him calling. I sent him a voicemail. You and I were chatting, so I just figured I'd send Alex to voicemail. Craig called. I sent him to voicemail too. I just don't have time. It's just I'm too busy, Leslie.
Don't be sending Brez, no matter if he's Yale or not, to voicemail. That's not nice.
I'll do my best. I'll try not to send no voicemail anymore. I'll do my best. Oh, okay. So hot stove is kicking up. You just mentioned hot stove, so let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So hot stove is kicking up today. Not one of our teams. By the way, if you missed it, Leslie, as you can't tell already by her background, she is a diehard Red Sox fan. I'm a diehard Dodger fan. As you can see, I'm wearing a Top Fan Rivalry blue shirt, which at some point we might even have merch for this show where we'll be giving stuff away. But as for right now, this is the first one, so just give us some time to get acclimated. Hot stove, Taylor Ward leaves the Angels. Did you see that?
It did. Yeah.
Over to the Orioles. And the Orioles gave the Angels, I think it was Grayson Rodriguez, I think, who didn't pitch last season. So don't know what the Angels are doing, but what do you think about Taylor Ward going to the Orioles?
I don't know. This is I don't know that I would have necessarily wanted that, but I mean, who knows? The Orioles could be phenomenal next year. I mean, whatever. In my mind, I will always forever see Andrew Benintendi doing his leaping catch in the playoffs and seeing Baltimore 60 games back. So I think that's always just going to be in my head when I think of the Orioles from now on. But
There you go, right? It's the catch. It's the catch that makes it all worth it. I don't know that I like this deal for either team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know
yeah,
that I
I
like
mean,
this deal
yeah, that's
for either team. And the Angels are desperately in need of offense. They just weren't scoring. They also need pitching, but they desperately need offense. And they just got rid of their biggest bat, their biggest power hitter. They got a guy that didn't pitch last season. The Orioles are in desperate need of starting pitching, and they just got rid of a starting pitcher. So I don't know that I like this move.
I mean, I'll tell you this: like, who is in need of pitching aside from the Dodgers? So
Well, wait a second. Our starting rotation is a little rough next year. We got Yamamoto, Shohei, um, Snell, and then there's who. I mean, we're struggling, right? I mean, Roki
I really
Sasaki.
am feeling super bad for you.
You should like my diamond shoes don't fit, Les. My diamond shoes don't fit. Okay,
That
come
really
on.
slipper's a little tight, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't need pitching? But I don't know.
Oh
I
my
like this
gosh,
deal.
like I really, Tom Brady cloned the dog, right? So if anybody wants to go clone Garrett Crochet and put about 4 more on my team, that'd be
Yeah, yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved at the beginning of last season when you guys had Walker Bueller. I thought, boy, if Walker is the guy that Walker has been, and
Yeah.
then you have Bello in there, and you add Crochet, you got a 1, 2, 3 punch that's amazing, right? We learned that Walker Bueller knows how to fight. We know that,
Yeah, and listen,
and that's about all that we learned
I
last
love a good fight. I mean, like uh I was just telling someone that the other day that my Joe Kelly Fight Club shirt is practically disintegrated from how much I wore that in 18. Um it was phenomenal. And I mean,
Yes.
always down for a good fight. Fights can, make or break a season sometimes. So that's always fun. But,
Preach. Preach.
but yeah, Walker did not turn out to be what we needed on that team.
No,
I feel like he had a lot of promise at the beginning and then it just kind of imploded on himself.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one kind of hurt in every way, shape, or form. But yeah, no, it's kind of funny. It's
And I
Sheehan,
liked the gift
Robleski,
this
Stone,
time.
and Ryan. I'm sorry. Mikey wanted to make sure that you understood that not only do we have Shohei, not only do we have Roki, not only do we have um, Yamamoto or Glassnow or Snell, but we also have Emmett Sheehan, Justin Robleski, River Ryan, and Gavin Stone, all starting pitchers. So I don't know that we need a bullpen. We might just shove those guys in there and say, make it happen, boys. But again, my ruby slippers don't fit, Les. What am I supposed to do about this?
Listen, I mean, I understand the thing. I mean, 2018 was also a really fun year for me as a Red Sox fan. So when Chris
Hey, hey,
Allen
hey, hey,
Sale
hey,
walks
hey.
himself out there to throw out those last pitches.
Shot fired. She immediately goes for 2018. Well, oh yeah, well 2018. How'd that work out, Bill? Yeah,
No, I
who won
mean,
the World Series?
that's what I think of when I think of like amazing pitching. And Chris Sale's just like, no, I got this. I got it. And walks himself out there. I just remember watching going, well, this is over. Okay. Good game.
Oh my gosh, that's too
Like,
funny. I love it. I love
great.
it.
And I mean, that's one of my favorite images of all time is that last pitch to Manny Machado. And
Listen, Manny Machado, I get it. I'm not happy with the dude any ways, so Dan, knock yourself out. But
yeah, that's a good one. That was one of my favorite moments in that series. So that was good.
okay. Couple hot stove moves. So I'm going to give you some free agents, and you tell me whether or not you want them on the Red Sox, and then tell me where you think they'll land. And I'll tell you where I think they'll land and whether or not I'd want them on the Dodgers. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
All right, I got it pulled up right here. It says it right here. It's great. I got a little phone, everything like that. I actually paid my cell phone bill, so it still works. Amazing how that works, right?
Yeah,
Luis Arise, first baseman.
I'll take it.
Okay, you'll take him.
Mhm.
He's 29 years old. He doesn't hit for a lot of power. He hits for a lot of average. Um, I don't think the
Get on
Dodgers need
base.
him.
That's all I need. Quit. Everybody needs to quit trying to hit home runs, in my opinion. So,
Amen. So we got Freddie Los Dientes Freeman, Freddie the Teeth Freeman. We don't need a new
oh,
first baseman.
I mean, if
But
you're willing to give Freddie up, I'll definitely take him.
no, 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 no. I'm not willing to give Los Dientes up. He stays right where he's at. Um, I don't know where Luis Rise is going to go. Do you? I mean, just
I
about everybody has third baseman or catchers that need to play first base. Their knees are given out or whatever.
Yeah, I
But
mean, my first baseman busted his knee last year, so
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So what about, and this is going to be a tough one for you because you have a very, very good player at this position if he can stay healthy. But the question is do you move him around? Do you try to go after Bo Bichette?
No.
Really? That's what just happened? What is like the whole world stopped spinning? What just happened?
Sorry.
Really? You don't want Bo Bichette, even if you move him second base? Hmm. Hmm.
Mm,
Okay.
maybe
That's
that's a maybe for I don't know. Second base wasn't my big problem last year.
that's true. That's true.
Third base
Okay.
also worked out well. I mean, considering the drama that caused, but
That's true.
I need Reds to come back though. So
I actually think he's going to stay in Toronto. I think Toronto's going to back up the truck because they need to keep that core group together. Very much so. I don't think he's going to end up as a Dodger. We have Tommy Edmonds that can play second base. Mookie Betts is playing just fine at short. I don't know that we
you
need
could
him.
put Mookie anywhere. He's going to play phenomenal wherever you put him. Honestly,
But can you imagine I mean, how much do you think this would tick off the rest of the league? If behind the plate you had Will Smith, at first base you had Los Dientes, at second base you had Bo Bichette, at shortstop you had Marcus Lynn Betts, and at third base you had Max Muncy. How much do you think that would tick off the rest of the world?
well, I mean, they already don't like you, Bill. So what's the harm?
Not me, not me. What did I do to them? Maybe the
Well,
Dodgers.
I mean, the Dodgers. You know what I mean. They already don't like the
Don't take
Dodgers.
it
So
personal. It's always I don't like Bill. I don't understand what Bill did, but whatever. Bill's it's
I
funny. Timmy
people don't
Anderson.
like me because I'm a Pats fan. So
There, well,
which is
listen, it
glorious,
was a
by the way.
fumble.
I'm
It
loving
was
every minute
not
of it right
a
now.
pass. It was not an incomplete pass. It was a fumble. Don't, and I'll go to my desk saying that was a fumble, and you know it.
No.
Ooh, I see. Okay, are you re-chasing down Alex Bregman?
Yes.
Okay, are you pissed that he's opting out, or do you just think this is a contract move where he's trying to get more cash?
I think it's a contract move. I don't even know. I think it's just a contract move though. I'm hoping. I mean, that's it might just be like wishing to make it so, but I'm hoping that's the case because we really enjoyed him in Boston.
Okay,
Everything about it. Like the involvement he was with he and his family in Boston. I know his wife does a bunch of work in the Boston area as well, just how invested they got in the community. And then obviously the way he played was phenomenal as well. But
okay.
we like Rex.
What about a guy who needs a fresh start? He struggled in New York. He came to LA. I think the pressure in LA being defending champions got to him. Although he did have some flares for the dramatic, and he did put up some numbers when needed. And that is Michael Conforto. Would you take Michael Conforto for your left fielder?
No, I don't need anybody in outfield
Okay.
at all.
Okay. Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor is a universal guy, CT3. Um, he can make certain things happen, right?
Yeah.
Not so much, huh?
No. No. Oh, no. I honestly just clone him. It's fine. That's what I need to happen.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I really, first base, pitching.
Okay. First base pitching. Got it. What about Cody Bellinger? Before we talk about first base pitching, Cody can play first base.
I mean, I love Cody Bellinger. So,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Schwarbaum.
Okay. Kyle Schwarber. Kyle from Waltham. Put your ass on a plane and get to Boston. We love him so much that Kyle from Waltham, yes. And for those of you who don't know, I mean, the Red Sox fans know, he's not from Waltham. He just got that nickname, and that's what everybody called him for the entire time he was in Boston. But Schwarber, for sure.
Schwarbaum. Like it.
Need him on my team, for sure. I know he was fun in Philly. He had some fun there. Home runs are great, but home runs are fun in Boston, as you all know as well. So, come on home. Come on home.
Mikey says, please take Conforto. Okay, I'm gonna name up and see, and it's funny. I actually think if he doesn't re-sign with the Phillies, you ready for where I think he's gonna re-sign? Or where you think he's gonna sign?
Boston. Duh.
I think he's going home.
No.
I think he's gonna sign a contract with the Reds. I just don't think it'll be. He's 33 years old. I just don't think it'll be a long-term deal. It'll probably be a 1 or a 2 year deal to see if he likes it. Playing in the, I mean, the Reds made the play. I feel so bad for the Reds, and this is going to sound super cocky, but it's not meant to be, Leslie. I promise you, it's not. I was so excited for the Reds down the stretch to make the playoffs. I was hoping that they didn't draw the Dodgers because I knew that they couldn't beat us. And each game, it was kind of that way. Now, anything can happen in Major League Baseball, but
I was
Schwarbaum
happy
goes to the Reds.
the Reds made it to the playoffs as well, obviously.
Yeah.
Tito.
Schwarbaum goes to the Reds.
He needs to be a Red Sox, but well, it's fine. It's fine. It'll work out how it's supposed to.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Before I get to the pitchers, I just want to tell everybody also on this show, we are going to do a fun little segment. Leslie and I have talked about this. We haven't decided what we're going to call it. We might even call it Side B, but we're going to take you on a rewind to the 80s or 90s throughout this show, starting in 2 weeks, where we tell you a little story about a player back, rewind time, back when, whatever, and maybe the little trivia action. I love calling it Side B because, Leslie, do you know that kids these days have no clue what Side B is? They have no clue.
I mean, I have a literal huge stack of albums that are Side B. So, yeah.
This is how I know Side B. This is going to be scary. Please don't at me, everybody. But I am you're going to appreciate this from Boston. I am a huge New Edition fan. I have loved them since the first time I ever heard Candy Girl back in 1983. Now, Leslie, do you hate me for saying that?
No.
Okay. So I used to have a Bobby Brown. I had the Bobby Brown Don't Be Cruel cassette tape.
Okay.
The first song was Don't Be Cruel. The second song was My Prerogative. The third song was Roni. And the fourth song was Rock With You. On Side B, which you never hear. Side B, the first song on Side B was Every Little Step, which was one of my favorite songs that he did. Just saying, Side B. Mikey, have a good night. Appreciate you, my good friend. But Side B.
There's some gems on Side B. I mean, as a U2 fan, and
Ooh, you just got Amber's attention. Ooh.
There is phenomenal songs on Side B that a lot of people don't know, but when you hear them in concert, especially, or songs that they just didn't ever play live and then did on your 40th birthday, it's also fun. Just like you meet Bono like 2 weeks later, it's such a good feeling. So, yeah.
What was I? Shoot, what did I hear on the radio? Because something on the radio just happened. gosh, who are they? Oh, Duran Duran is coming to LA. And there's a grip ton of people that are going after Duran Duran tickets. And when I heard that, I'm like, ooh, Amber would love that. Amber would love that. Duran Duran. So
Duran.
yes, there's a group for you. Okay, we got about 10 minutes left in the show. Okay, Les, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Dylan Cease. Want him or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'd say
I have
yes
no
to all
idea
the
where
things
he's
by
going
the
to
way.
sign.
So
I have no idea. What about Mr. Framber Valdez, the guy that takes 45 minutes in between pitches, wiping his face?
I mean, that part doesn't bother me necessarily. I had Nomar Garcia Parra in at bat, so I mean he wouldn't even be able to do at bats now. I don't know. Maybe that's a maybe for me. I don't know yet.
You see what Amber said? She said first song on side B was always one of the best.
Yes. Yes. It's for the real
Leslie,
fans.
we got to call it side B when we do our rewind, because only people that lived in the 80s would know that.
I feel like 80s, early 90s, because
Yeah, exactly. Because we didn't
Nirvana and Pearl Jam fans as well. I'm sure it's fine.
exactly Pearl Jam fans. You didn't. I mean, if you're a Meatloaf fan, you know cassette
Pearl
tapes.
Jam at Fenway right here.
There you go. There you go. Ranger Suarez.
Yeah.
That one hurt. That one hurt. You're like, sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know where Ranger's going to end up. I think he'll probably stay in Philly.
I think so too. I mean, 30 years old though. Not that's old by any stretch of the imagination, but I bet you he stays in Philly. I don't think there's any chance he's going anywhere else. But
what about Chris Bassett? 37, Hall of Very Good. He'll never make the Hall of Fame, but a really, really good pitcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we can I can have a whole arsenal of pitchers, right? It's fine. But yeah. Yeah. It could be good.
Michael King.
Yeah.
Starting pitcher.
Mm-hmm. I know that's where I get a little.
I think he's going to end up back in the Bronx, to be honest with you. I don't know that San Diego. I don't know that he's loved his time in San Diego. I think he ends up in the Bronx.
I mean, I understand that if I had to play with some of those. No, I'm just kidding.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
One in particular. Yeah, I could see him going back to the Bronx or going to the Bronx. I don't see him as a sock like a Red Sox.
Okay, two more on this list, and one of them is gonna. I bet I can actually. I'm gonna give you three more because I bet you I can stump you on these. Okay, you ready? Here's your three: Zach Gallen, Mr. Kate Upton.
No.
And Zach Gallen, Mr. Kate Upton, Dustin May. Do you want any of the three of these guys as your starting pitchers?
No.
None of them.
I'm really just thinking about Mr. Kate Upton.
You couldn't get past that.
Such a hard no. And it's not even that I don't like him. I mean, she's only annoying during like baseball season when it's involved like her husband. Because sometimes you're like watching it happen and she's tweeting out and you're going, actually that's a catch. But no. I mean, if I'm gonna take someone older that's whatever. I mean, Mad Max is welcome to come back on my team.
Okay, so as long as we have this show, I'm going to literally remember that moment right there that you just couldn't get past the fact that I was talking about Justin Verlander and I said Mr. Kate Upton.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I like in my mind have like the playoff Kate Upton things running through my head. Sure, she's a very lovely, sweet girl, but in my mind, I'm just thinking about that. Like, I know, no. No, I mean, honestly, if I'm choosing between Verlander and even Max, I'd probably just choose Max because I always just liked him more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just simple as that, honestly. And I know they're like in the competition to see who's going to play the longest and get to the playoffs more and all that. And I think that's fun to watch, regardless of whether either one of them are on my team. So they're both phenomenal, phenomenal ball players.
So I've talked to a couple of Detroit fans.
No, I don't need any aging ball players more than what I already have had. So
yeah. So I've talked to a couple of Detroit fans on and offline. It's not a popular opinion to bring back this individual, but I think that Mr. Kate Upton ought to go back to Detroit where he started. Rumor on the street right now says that he is possibly going to go back to Houston.
I could see that as well. I could see either one.
Make his return.
Yeah. I think either one of those is a great fit for him. I mean, just in general.
Yeah. And then the other I would love for him to go back to Detroit and end his career there because as a Hall of Fame pitcher, I mean, and this guy's a first ballot Hall of Fame pitcher. I don't care what anybody says.
Just the idea of going home, right?
Yeah. The question is he going to wear Detroit hat or
that would be amazing. Yeah.
Right.
That's go home and finish out your career. I think that's always an amazing thing to do, regardless of what team you're on or who you are. I think that's always, and it is nice for fans too, especially the ones that were there for all the good things. I mean, I think that's a lot of, as a Red Sox fan, we do get a little nostalgic about our players, obviously. And so you have the opportunity for Kyle Schwarber to come back and it's like not even a question. Of course, that's what you want to happen.
Yeah.
Or Kyle Schwarber to come back. So
yeah, it's kind of coming home. Yeah. I say JV goes to Motown. Dustin May's the question mark because let's see where his health is, right? And I don't know where people are going to feel where his health is. He would be a great pitcher to be in a place like Baltimore, Seattle, someplace where they've either just missed the playoffs or they just made the playoffs and can make something happen there.
Yeah.
And then Zach Gallen, I think Zach Gallen can pitch for a lot of teams. So, but what do I know? I'm not signing the front of paychecks.
I'm not either.
I mean, I'm just here. What was the language that they used? I'm just here so I don't get fined. How's that? It's a little funny. Okay, so Leslie, before we wrap it up, we got to tell everybody one more time what the heck we're doing and why we're doing it.
Yeah, it's such a fun matchup. You explained it so well, so please continue to do so.
Okay, I will explain. Dirty Water Dispatch was a show that existed, and it is now teaming up with Top Fan Rivalry. We are going to be doing this show every other Wednesday, same time, same place. So if you like tonight's show, on deck is going to be, we're going to have other fans that come on from other teams. It won't just be Red Sox and Dodgers talk. We might cover WNBA. We might cover NBA. We might cover the NHL. Who knows where it's going to go? We will have fans on. We will have professional athletes on. We might even have people that are fans that are, have different careers, but them. And so it's going to be an exciting time. It'll be an hour show, depending on who's on. If it goes a few minutes over, great. If it doesn't, but 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you like what we've done, please send us messages on Facebook, send us messages on YouTube, make comments, YouTube, make comments on X. Make sure you're following Dirty Water Dispatch. Make sure you're following Leslie. Make sure you're following Top Fan Rivalry so that we can get you out. And if you're interested in being on the podcast, even if you want to talk about Side B, which I think is, Leslie, what we're going to end up calling this 80s portion of whatever, right? But even if you end up on Side B, and you have some 80s trivia or early 90s trivia that you want to throw in there, we'll have a great time. But hit us up, send us messages. We would love to have you on the show. You don't have to know everything about sports, but
No,
you just have to be able to hold your ground with Leslie and I for 45 minutes to an hour.
there you go.
And
But
and apparently I'm the one to blame for everybody's lot in life, according to what you said or something like that, Bill, whatever.
no, I just said they don't like you beating the Dodgers, not you, Bill.
Well,
Just
listen,
the
you didn't
Dodgers.
say that to begin with. Ha 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 ha. Somebody in the studio, play back the tape. No,
Play it back. I absolutely did say you, but in reference to like you meaning a Dodgers fan.
I know what you meant. I'm just teasing you.
Yeah.
Just having fun with you
I
because you know
know.
what I can. I got a captive audience here, so life is good, right? Okay, everybody, we have done our best for the first show. Hope you've enjoyed the first show. Um, it's a labor of love. Both Leslie and I are going to continue to do this, and we are here for you. So if you have any questions, comments, please reach out, say something to us. Our next show will be in 2 weeks, which is after Thanksgiving, which it looks like is December 3rd. So we'll look forward to that. Leslie, we got 4 major holidays coming up. Did you know that there's 4 coming up? I bet you can't name all 4 of them.
Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Look like a typical lady. Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
I mean, one I like way more than the other. I'm not a fan of Thanksgiving at all. I know it's like very unpopular opinion. Um, Christmas, past that.
Okay. So
What's the
you have
fourth?
Thanksgiving, Christmas, International Think Bill Day,
Oh,
and then New Year's.
that sounds like a
So,
lot of fun to celebrate, actually.
yeah, and this year it's a big year for International Think Bill Day. We're celebrating a big anniversary of it. So
Okay.
somebody today asked me how old that would make me, and I told them, and they said, "Well, you're not really that old, I guess." And I'm like, "Oh, you just did not say that. You did not say that to me."
Well, I happen to know for a fact that you're younger than one of my best friends. So
Well, listen, then score one for the young guy, I guess, right?
by
Score
about
young, one for the young guy.
a couple weeks, I think. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody, we are going to end the show right here. We appreciate everybody that's been on. If you're watching this on the replay, again, message us. This show is about you guys. So whatever you guys want to see, let us know. We will get some athletes on here. We'll have a lot of fun. So, and if you ever bump into Amber, she did say pasta and she did say Slim Fast. I don't care what she says. She said pasta Slim Fast, Leslie. That is going to forever live in my brain.
I believe her 1,000%. So I think you just wanted that, wishing to make it true.
I'm gonna have somebody reach out to Donnie Wahlberg, get him on the show wearing a Yankees hat.
I was never gonna do that. So
Just teasing. All right, everybody, enjoy yourselves. We'll see you on December 3rd. Leslie, do you have any other thoughts before we go?
No other thoughts. I mean, just this is gonna be a super fun adventure, going forward. And I really look forward to talking baseball and whatever else decides to pop in our heads during these things. So
1000%. Me likewise. All right, everybody, we'll see you December 3rd.
all right, bye.